Okay, so recently, some serious funding was actually all over South Africa, and people were talking about then what are the South African police forces and services are waiting for. What's it? So, shared by the Truth Panther on X, they says confidential police report exposes Nigerian cartels dominating South Africa's multi-million drug trade. Now, controlling cocaine, heroin, mandrax, and synthetic markets across multiple provinces. Now, a confidential police report submitted to Parliament by suspended police minister Senzo Mashanu has exposed the names of South Africa's most notorious drug traffickers. Now, complied by the South African Police Service, Crime Intelligence, and Forensic Services, the report reveals that the Nigerians syndicates dominate the country's illicit drug trade, particularly in cocaine, heroin, and synthetic drugs. Sunday World reported. Now it says that these networks operate across multiple provinces using sophisticated methods for distribution and concealment. Cocaine, largely sourced from Colombia, Brazil, and Peru, arrives in powder form and is locally reprocessed for sale. Shipments transit through Nigeria, Ghana, Togo, and Angola before entering South Africa. Key entry points include O. R. Tambo International Airport, Cape Town International Airport, and maritime ports in Durban, Cape Town, and Port Elizabeth. Now, Nigerian traffickers rely heavily on human carriers or body packers and use guest houses, informal retail outlets, and nightclubs for distribution. The report identifies the top Nigerian campaigns operating in various provinces. So it says Stanley Egbo from Gauteng, Michael Ifebuche from Gauteng, also Sunny Nwobodu from Gauteng, Jason Aneke, Gauteng, Kingsley Chuku, Gauteng, Une Omer Free State, Une Ikuribi Free State, Yusuf Kalu, Northwest, Tony Okechukwu, Northwest, David Chukwu, Northwest, and Augustine Enejike, Limpopo, and then Simon Kahuku from Limpopo as well. So they say that the report highlights that Nigerian syndicates operate through familiar tribal connections, often marrying locals to gain permanent residence, which strengthens their network. Coastal provinces, Western Cape, Eastern Cape, and KwaZulu-Natal remain dominated by local drug lords who compete fairly with Nigerian syndicates. Daga and mandrax remain widely used, while cocaine is increasingly popular among middle-class users. Okay, so this is one of the news that have been trending over the week in South Africa. It was actually a confidential police report from that was submitted to Parliament by suspended police minister in South Africa, Senzo, who actually showed his report on the Nigerian, the South African biggest drug syndicate that actually showcased that Nigeria is actually the leading dominating the South African drug hub, and believe that he actually even shared to the extent that he even shared names and the states that they are actually ruling from. But the question that most people are asking is that if he has actually submitted this to Parliament with names and then also with their activities, why are they not arrested yet? Why is he even sending this to the Parliament? Why not the police? Why no arrests have been made? Why no serious police work have been made yet? No arresting, no stopping the no season of all those various drugs that they're talking about, the cocaine, the heroin, all that they're talking about, nothing, just submitted the whole thing to Parliament. Or is it because he has been suspended so he cannot take actions? What is actually happening in the South African country, and how does your law even work with this? Because I don't even get it. Well, as I don't understand, same as some other South African people don't understand. But if my friend you understand or knows more about this information, kindly let us know, because we're actually trying our best to understand what is happening here. Well, bro says they are aware of these cartels. Why don't they crash them? Who's protecting them? Who benefits? You know the key entry points. What makes it difficult to destroy the cartels? Exactly. If you know all this information, that is basically the easiest or the most important key point to know to destroy or to stop cartels from operating. So why is it still actually going to the Parliament for it to be debated? What is that even supposed to mean? Again, man says, since he knows them and the area they control, why are they not arrested? What should Parliament do with it? Basically, yeah. A lot of South Africans have been confused as I am. What should the parliament actually do about this? Again, man says the police forget to mention that they also help the cartels in passing security checkpoints and distribution. Police and the ministers are in this together. Yo, bro, my hands are not in here. Again, man says to actually tie the presidency, saying we are strengthening in recent months, nothing but criminality. The same criminals will fund their campaigns to run for office. We need to eradicate the ANC and all its rubbish politicians. They have caused enough damage to this country. Well, that is South African right there, and they believe that all these people are still being protected by the South African government. And lastly, this one says this is unacceptable. Any and all foreigners peddling drugs should be dealt with harshly. Well, that's very true, though. It's actually condemned that acts that you actually have your way in someone's country. The best thing they can do to promote the country economically, add value to the country, is actually selling drugs. It's a no-no situation here. But the main question is, how come the suspended police minister get all this evidence and all this information and decided to send this to the parliament rather? What is actually working here, and how does the South African constitution actually work with this? Don't get it though. I don't actually get it. But if you do, kindly educate us and let us know what's happening here. The name is Flashy. Thank you for your time, and see you guys around for more African info. Thank you.